We are talking about killing the ants. What the heck does that have anything to do with achieving your health and fitness goals? Well, when I explain to you what an ant is and why we're going to kill it, it's going to help you achieve amazing success. Because in order to achieve amazing success, you have to have an amazing mindset. Let's dive into today's episode. What is going on, friend? Welcome to this week's episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show. I'm excited to dive in today about killing the ants. And I got to give a shout out to my good buddy, Tom Huff. Tom Huff is a friend of mine that I met through FitBody. He owns a FitBody in Richardson, Texas. My wife and I, a couple years ago, he relocated from a smaller gym to a much larger gym. And we had the privilege of driving to Texas or down to Texas and celebrating his grand opening of his new location. It's a beautiful location, and Tom and his wife Katie, if you're ever traveling to Texas and you're in the Richardson area, I know that they would be so gracious to welcome you into their gym to get a workout in. But just awesome. Like I said, I met him through FitBody. We actually now work on our HQ team together. So I obviously own two FitBody locations here in Sioux Falls, and he owns a location in Texas. And we now have the privilege of working on what is called the CAP team. CAP stands for Coaching and Profitability, and we work on that team for our corporate office, FitBody Bootcamp out of California, and it is our job to really help define, dial in, and create the FitBody way, and then coach our franchise partners to help them achieve success within our brand. And we were talking about just different mindset topics that we can help basically teach our clientele on, and he shared with me the mindset topic of killing the ants. Now, I have a mindset topic that I talk about, which is think versus thought, and his is killing the ants, and they really go well together. But when it comes to killing the ants, let's first off define what ants are. Ants are, and it's just exactly what it is, A.N.T. It stands for automatic negative thought. That is what an ant is. And we all have them. But as his kind of mindset message goes, it talks about, I want you to think about a person that constantly tells you you're dumb, that constantly tells you you're not worth it, that constantly tells you you don't have what it takes to achieve the goals that you're after, that constantly tells you you should just give up, you're never going to achieve it, I don't believe in you. Like, would you hang around that person? Would you be friends with that person and allow that person to be in your life on a daily basis? And when you think of that, the answer is absolutely not. I wouldn't want to hang out with someone when every time we're together, they're always just giving me negative thoughts and giving me negative influence and really just cutting me down. There's no way I'd want to hang out with that person. But when you take a step back and think about it, you realize that person is you. That person is you. You have automatic negative thoughts every single day. Those are the thoughts you have, is I'm not worth it. You look in the mirror and you say, I'm not pretty. You look in the mirror and you say, I don't look good. All these different thoughts pop up. You look at a certain thing that someone else is doing and you think, I could never accomplish that. Those are all automatic negative thoughts. And if you wouldn't hang out with someone who verbally out loud says them to you on a daily basis, why do you allow those thoughts to pop up in your head on a daily basis and don't do anything about it? But the problem is that many times we don't think about it that way. We don't think about it that, oh my goodness, these ants, automatic negative thoughts, are popping up. And I do have the option to do something about it. I have the option to change what these thoughts are doing. And I want to explain this real quick. My mindset topic on thought versus think. you can have a thought pop up, but that doesn't mean that you need to think about it. There's a difference. And the automatic negative thoughts, those are all thoughts that will pop into your mind that I absolutely do not want you to think about. I want you to get them out of your mind. And kind of how we opened the show, I want you to squash them like the bug that they are and get them out of your mind because they don't live there. And so when we allow these thoughts to pop into our mind, or any thought pop in our mind, and we actually spend time thinking about that thought, that then develops a belief. It develops a belief inside of you. That belief inside of you then dictates the action that you take, or the action that you go out and do. Those actions that you go out and do then produce your habits, and then your habits that you form, they then determine your results. So a thought, when you think about it, turns into a belief, which turns into an action, to a habit, and then a result. So when you think about that, it is just wild, because not very often do you think about the results that I'm getting today in my life all stem from the thoughts that I'm having in my brain. But the truth is that every single result that you are achieving, every single result that you have in your life, exactly where you are at right now in your life, all boils down to the thoughts that you have, and then to the thoughts that you think about. And so when you have those automatic negative thoughts pop up in your head, it is your duty, it is your obligation to get rid of them. You got to take those automatic negative thoughts and move them out of your mind. And you have to, because our minds are weird. Like, you can't just take a negative thought, take it out of your mind, and then expect it to be gone. It comes back unless you replace it with a positive thought, with your truth, with a truth that you want to believe. Because a lot of times there's maybe things that you don't believe about yourself right now. But again, if you start thinking about those things and thinking that they are true, eventually they do become true, because it now becomes a belief. We just said that thoughts, when you think about them, turn into beliefs. And so take the automatic negative thought, the ant, get it out of your mind, replace it with a positive thought. Now think about that thought, and now it becomes a belief. And that is then how you achieve amazing results. But so many times we allow these negative thoughts in, and we don't do the best job of getting them out of our mind and replacing them with positive thoughts. And then we look around and we wonder, why am I not achieving the results that I'm after? Well, friend, you're not having the right thoughts. That is producing the right action. That is forming the right habit. That is then giving you the result that you desire. And so it's so strange that where we're at and the results that we achieve boil down to our thoughts. But now knowing that they do, and knowing that you're in control of the thoughts that you think about, and I don't know why, but I like to relate it to fast food, right? Every time you drive by a fast food place, they've done a very good job of making sure they've got very bright, very large, very big signs. And I don't know about you, but I can't help, let's just use McDonald's for example. I can't help driving by a McDonald's, seeing their big golden arches, and then anymore half the time, I guess they're getting kind of away from them, but the big playground play sets that are inside of them, like you can't help but having a thought about McDonald's pop up in your head. But just because that thought popped up doesn't mean I'm pulling into the drive-thru and ordering a Big Mac and fries. No way. Because if every time a fast food joint, McDonald's, every time you drive down any main street and you're passing fast food joints. So if any time one of those thoughts or one of those fast food joints popped up, if I just pulled in and ate it, there's no way that I would ever achieve success. And so that is exactly why if a thought pops up in your head, you don't have to think about it. Because if every time a negative thought pops in your head and you actually spend time thinking about it, there is no way you're going to achieve success. So just like you do when you pass 5 different fast food restaurants, dropping your kid off from school or heading to work, you do the same thing with the automatic negative thoughts. You do just like you did to the fast food places. You drive right on by. You don't stop, park, pull in, think about that thought. Phew, you get it out of your mind and you replace it with a positive thought, with a truth thought about you, that you are worth it. And so one way that I want you to be prepared and be able to overcome the automatic negative thoughts is I want you to have an arsenal of at least 5. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a notebook out and you're going to write down 5 truths about yourself. Number 1, maybe I am worth it. Number 2, I am able. Number 3, I am confident. Number 4, I achieve my goals. Period. It's an I am statement, right? Believe in yourself. And number 5, pick whatever it is, but truth about you, and you write those down, and those become your 5 truths, and they're in your arsenal so that anytime a negative thought pops up in your mind, you replace it with one of those truths. And now what you're doing is you are setting yourself up, you are setting your environment up so that you can reach success, because you're no longer going to allow a negative thought hold truth in your mind. You're no longer going to allow a negative thought become a belief that then forms your action and forms your habit, which then produces a result that you don't actually want because you allowed an ant to live in that mind. No longer can we allow ants to live in the mind. We have to squash them like the bugs that they are, get rid of them, and replace them with positivity and replace them with thoughts that are going to push you towards the goals that you have. And when you really think about it and understand that your results boil down to your thoughts, friend, you need to start thinking that you are worth it. You need to start thinking that you deserve it. You need to start thinking that you have what it takes, because you do. And when you continually think about that, it then forms that belief. And what you need is belief so that you can believe in yourself to go out and achieve your goals. So I hope that this has helped you understand that you're going to have negative thoughts pop up, but you can replace them. And now that you've taken time, and if you probably haven't yet, I want you to take time to write down your 5 truths so that you have them in your back pocket, that you can replace them whenever a negative thought pops in. Now you can be prepared and ready to achieve success, knowing that when the automatic negative thought pops up, boom, you squash it like a bug and you get rid of it and replace it with a thought that leads you to the result that you are after. You're worth it. You deserve it. I believe in you. I want you to do a couple things for me, friend. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show. And if you have never tried FitBody, if you are looking for a way to achieve success and you want to be surrounded by individuals that believe in you, a group that's going to support you, and just have an accountability system like never before, what I want you to do is in the description of this video, you can claim a free week. It's absolutely free. I don't want any money from you, but I do want you to come try out FitBody, because if it is right for you, I know that I have an amazing team that can help you achieve amazing success. And if it's not right for you, we'll part ways as friends and hopefully find somewhere in Sioux Falls that is going to be able to help you achieve success. Because like I said, you're worth it, you deserve it, and I want to make sure that we are helping you live your best life. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share this episode, and I will catch you on the next episode of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls Show. Bye, friends. Peace.